So, Evadney, can you tell me what ingredients will I need for today?
Well, the main ingredients are these. You need plain flour, okay? Then you need some baking powder. It's a rising agent. You need some salt and some cooking oil. Warm water for mixing and a bowl. And this is called a griddle pan. In Guyana, it is a flat pan with a little handle, and they call it a towel. Well, this is the plain flour. Sometimes at home I use half plain flour and half self-rising flour, but I still use some baking powder in it. So I'm pouring out.
And this is all freehand?
Yes, all freehand.
Okay.
I'm pouring out about 3/4 amount of this flour in here because you have to leave some for the rolling out and so on. See? Maybe a little more in case it gets too soft. I have some to put back in. Put a little salt.
How much is that?
About half a spoonful.
Half a teaspoon. Okay.
Sprinkle it all over.
So how much baking powder then?
3 heaps of baking powder. Mix it together.
Okay.
Over here the water is so cold, it will take longer to do what it has to do. So I always use a little warm water,
okay.
lukewarm. And I gradually pour it in and mix the flour in.
Okay, let me hold the bowl because it's spinning.
Yeah, they usually put a cloth underneath it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, now I think I'll get my hand in it now. It's just bringing things together, and then you pour water as you go along.
Okay, so it's a bit like when I make dumplings.
Yes.
Okay, I'll know what to do here. That's fine.
You pull it aside and you get the dry one and you add bit by bit.
Okay. So far, so good.
It only come together, but the consistency of it has to be between hard and soft. Some can be this hard. If you're making bread,
yeah,
or fry bake, you call it fried dumpling, you say fry bake.
fry bake.
This consistency could be right, but when you're making roti, it has to be softer.
Softer. Mm-hmm. Right.
Because the softer you make it, it's the better. So it's better to put your hand in it. You get a required amount.
Right.
And if you put too much water?
You can put more flour. And the more you mix it, the better it. The more you need it, it's the better.
More water.
I like it in a way. When I finish or nearly finish to do it, I can take my hand and do it like this and it moves easily.
Right.
But right now you try to do it, you strain your fingers. I'm going to clean the side of the pan and my hand. I mean the side of the
bowl.
The bowl.
All right. Okay.
You see what I mean by moving it?
Yeah, it's just moving with you.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to roll it into a ball. That means you always bring the inside, the outside, inside.
Okay.
It's still a bit sticky. It takes time, especially as I say, I don't go by measuring and recipe.
So do you know how much that ball would make?
Well, according to the size. Now put your hand in there and feel it.
Oh yes. Springy, spongy.
I won't mix it anymore. If you have stretch and seal, you put some over it or just a plain tea cloth. You keep it somewhere warm, you know.
Okay. So is it alright on the counter or?
Yes, it's alright. Or you want to bring it nearer here. Well, now the flour, the dough has been rested and it's much more easier to work with. See? Touch it and see.
Oh yes. Makes a difference.
Yes. It's very, oh, it's feeling nice like a powder puff. That's for rolling it out. You might have to add more, but it's enough for You need some cooking oil.
So is it?
A little at a time. Put this away and put it away.
Right.
The rolling pin. So I say this is the cooking oil in a bowl. And we need a spoon for spreading it and a knife for cutting the dough. It's the flour, the top here.
So is each
Little low.
Each low makes one?
One.
Okay.
It's not guaranteed they're the same size, but you can always pinch and put.
Add.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, you can move that away now. And continue with this. You put some flour on it.
Right.
In your hand, and then you always bring the outside to the inside. Keep turning it.
Right, maybe you can
Yeah, can I go?
Yes, you do
Alright.
one.
So, like this,
Mm-hmm.
both sides,
You don't have to do both sides, just one side is enough.
and then...
No. I rather it like this.
In your hand, yeah.
Take another.
Okay.
Don't rub too much flour. That's enough flour down the bottom there.
Right.
Now put that flour side in the palm of your hand.
Right.
Now you take this hand and you take this edge and bring it in the middle,
Bring it in the
all
middle.
around.
Okay.
Until like it gets smooth, okay?
Okay.
Turn it over.
Yeah.
You see my hand? Look.
You went in.
There, and I turn it.
Right.
There, and I turn it.
Oh, it's all about...
Don't go straight to the bottom.
Go to the bottom.
And not too hard. Not too much strength.
Gosh. That's all technique.
Okay, then I have to be, but just you get it perfect later on. You stick it
Is
there.
this a cute ball enough?
Yeah, that's all
okay?
right.
We'll try again.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bit sticky. Stick it in some flour.
Now you always, yes, go on.
Maybe put some more here. Put it in my hand. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in.
No, don't go way down the bottom there. Just this edge.
Just the edge.
And bring it in. Bring it in until you see out the outside getting round. Don't press it too much in the middle. Now you turn it over now and you already have a ball shape there. Look at me. This edge.
This
come
edge.
there.
Come in.
I'm not taking it from under here. I'm
Just
taking
on
it
the edge.
just there because I want a smooth, round bottom.
I see. It's coming into a ball.
Right.
Slowly.
It even look better than mine. And you see, while you're doing this, you're pulling down from the top and it's getting smoother and going to the bottom.
Oh my gosh, I want.
Our next stage is now is with the rolling pin.
Okay.
Take one.
I need some more flour on this side.
We're going to spread it out a bit.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And you get your rolling pin.
Okay.
And we're going to roll it. You don't have to do in any special wrongness this time. Thing about it is my shoulder hurts.
So how much depth do you think would you say it has?
I don't know about that. You're going to just make it thin.
Just make it thin and flat and as close to a circle as possible.
You must turn it, you know, and put flour in it.
Oh, it's still sticky.
This is how you lift it up.
Oh, okay.
Now get the edges as thin as the middle. I would put some flour on the rolling pin.
Sorry.
No, roll. That's right.
And again, turn it over.
Look at the side of this thing. Look at this side is thicker. The next stage I'm got to, you know. Alright, let's leave it so for now.
Okay.
I'll drizzle this oil all over it. No, not too much. That spoon is bigger. You use this one.
Okay.
Do about 3/4 of that. Yes.
That much? Drizzle it over.
And then rub it all around it.
Rub it all around it.
Okay.
Okay.
Then there's a spot there. Didn't get any.
Oh, a little dry spot.
Okay. You go like halfway in or even less. And you make a cut. Right.
Okay.
Oh, you do cut right through then?
Yeah, cut right through.
Okay.
Now you see, I lift this edge and I turn it. When I finish with this, it's going to be like a funnel.
Okay.
You make little turns.
There is a lot to this, isn't it?
No.
My funnel looking good.
You got to get the edges together, so
Okay.
you
Have to be
need to
close.
stretch it. Make sure. If you don't want to cut a little more, just snip it. Okay?
Turn it.
And get it straight with that. Anyhow, it doesn't matter.
It's all about technique.
See?
Here's my one.
Now this should cover
Oh,
that.
it should.
No, don't mate. Now you take from the outside and push in.
This is my bit. Just cover it.
Push it in all around. And you push it in also.
No, I definitely didn't do any of this when I tried it myself.
So that's one roti.
Okay, what about I've missed a step, so I've sealed it both ends now. Dip
Just
it
put the
in.
flour to keep it. Now we'll do another.
Yes.
You feel how soft the dough is?
Yeah, it's very soft. It's pliable. It's doing whatever I want.
Because if you just mix it and start baking,
It doesn't.
very
It's hard.
tight.
It is very hard.
I rub some flour on the top. And then you turn it over. Look for the side that is thick and roll on that side. Sometimes you just wet the back of the spoon and use it.
And then I have to make sure my whole surface is oiled.
But not too much, or else when you start rolling it, it will drip out.
Okay, is that in? And then
Now you make a slit.
like that. Is that
Mm-hmm.
Sticky now. And now we begin the funnel technique.
Mm-hmm. Just put your finger there
And then
and
bring
roll
it
the
round.
side.
Okay.
See the difference?
Yes, there's a definite difference. Just remember.
Roll back, roll back, roll back. Now when you get like this, you draw it
Stretch
down,
it, okay.
stretch it. So when it meet together.
Just stretch it.
And let it piece fall into the middle.
Okay.
Now take it from the outside now and push in
Push in
all around.
all around.
Put in some flour to seal it. And do the same with the top. You get in there.
And then what else? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh. So how long have you been cooking these? How old were you when you were taught?
How were we taught? We just look and we see people doing things.
And you just watch?
And yes.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you might buy something and you want to know
How to do it.
how
for
to
yourself.
do it. Do it yourself, so you try and try. I might be in a company with friends and here they talk about it and so on. You know, you try everything. Because at that time we had like 4-H club and things like that. Okay. So sometimes the older folks will teach the younger.
So just this, the life skill. Okay.
Will you turn it off?
Here.
That's off. Or leave it there for now.
Okay.
Put it on. Sit perfectly. Vegetable oil. I never done it with olive oil. Sunflower oil, vegetable oil, and those two I've done it with. Because those oils have different tastes. Long ago I used to mix this oil with some margarine.
Sunflower oil and margarine?
Yes, any cooking oil with margarine. Or the Indians, I know they always use ghee.
Ghee. Mm.
That's the butter boiled and cooked down and becomes ghee. And they mix it and they give it a real nice taste, you know. But in my family, I don't do that. We just use oil. Even in bread making, it's oil, no butter.
No butter.
So you drizzle the oil there and spread it. This is done quicker with a piece of tissue, kitchen.
Oh, like kitchen roll.
Kitchen roll.
For that. Okay.
No. Well, let me do one first and show you. That's the same thing.
So we did all that kneading and there's still more kneading to do before it goes on the pan?
Yes.
Okay.
Flattening it out. I don't know. See, I got pain in my shoulder, just can't do as much. See, my dear, you don't have to get it round. See, now it's lifting up. Left, right, left, right.
Oh, okay.
See.
And you
Sure, this
slap
pan
it
is up to
on.
now. And you can start one. See, that side had enough oil already. The edges didn't have. You always pay good attention to the edges because no matter how you try, they come out thick.
After all that rolling, they still come out thick.
See, the flour shrinks back. I hope it's nice.
How long would you say the cooking time is for each one?
Just a few seconds, a minute or so on each side.
Okay.
Keep turning. Where's the plate?
Here.
Linda, get it towel, please. Leave it.
Okay, I see, because it needs to drain off the oil. Sorry, really, I should have had some kitchen roll.
See, look.
Oh!
You don't do it one way all the time. You kind of roll it, spin it up, catch it the other side, and so on.
Oh, wow.
You see?
I did not know you had to do that as well.
That is to make the leaves. They call it leaves.
What do you mean? So you have to make that for me.
I've made all this roti and I don't have no curry. Not yet anyway. I'll do something vegetarian because it's quicker.
Okay.
Oh, do you have to do that? Take it off. Is it cooked?
Yes, it's cooked.
Okay. Throw it up and catch it. Throw it up and...
Squash it. Yeah.
I can't do that.
If you don't do it, it can come back as hard as bake. Because all the creasing or whatever, the leaves we call it, will just stuck together. So you got to do it.
I think that one's again been beaten. One's again been beaten.
No pain, no gain.
Look, you see, when you hold the thing, you don't hold it with two hands. You just kind of stretch it out or something and just place it, clap it on.
Put the
See
oil on the
difference?
top.
When you turn it over.
Oh, okay. Only when I turn it over.
On both sides. Better take it over. Just turn up this fire just a bit more, please.
I'm bracing myself for the throwing up and slapping it. Beat it. Throw it up and beat it.
And beat it, you're clapping it.
Clapping.
Oh, you clap your hands, that's right. That's right. You clap it in between. You don't beat it.
Okay.
One more seconds and you're there.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I think you could do just a bit more.
I'll take it off now, it's
Pick
alright.
it up. Okay. Throw it up.
No, you're not catching it in the middle. Try and catch it by the ends, look. Then you don't feel it so much because you're not keeping it.
In the middle.
See,
Okay.
try and catch it from the top and the bottom, side to side, not back and front. Oh, that's enough.
Hands. I thought I could tolerate heat, but Lord.
And some that be very hot. So how do you, you used to bake it, Chantelle?
Just not in that way. I think I thought I was making dumpling, and I just rolled it like a dumpling, and then rolled it out of the rolling pin. Put it in the pan, but there was no throwing it up and.
Well, then it turned back, you see, as I mentioned
Yeah.
before.
And that's why it was a bit like cardboard.
Yes, it will turn back.
Yeah.
Because years ago, a friend of mine, and she's from Guyana, but did you turn it over for us?
Oh,
Please, it got to be hardened for us. But she don't know to make roti, but that's not the reason of it. She don't like to get her hands in wet though.
oh.
Did you turn it over?
Yeah, I turned it over.
Okay.
And I put
Make sure you cut down, press down those sides there. That's right, you see? So I went today and I made the roti for her. Then I was in the middle of it, she told me, oh, she don't know she's able to make because she don't press it too hard, you sure you get
Is
it.
that alright?
There, turn it over. Because she don't like to get her hand in wet dough. So
Mm-mm.
that was the last. So I'll leave her doing the rest.
How did they come out? Were they good?
No, because she didn't clap them.
Oh, so they were like my ones.
Mm.
Like cardboard. I'm scared of that bit still. It's too hot. I'm gonna try it from the edges and see. The way you do it, it's like you're not even feeling any heat. You don't even feel the heat.
You're new yet.
Yeah. At least they've got the look, so I'm happy. Right, okay.
That's first, that's good one.
Oh my god.
You see, just go on that side.
Try not to sweat.
Make sure you press down the edges with some oil. Not to get it out of shape. You see the end of it. Just a touch. And a little bit of the oil can go
Around the edge.
around the edge. See?
So what are these frying pans called? This frying pan, what is it called?
It's called a griddle pan. You remember the time when I used to sell flower pots?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I got this.
How
And
long
it's still
ago was that?
working.
This used to be a little temperature gauge in there, didn't it?
I think so. You remember well. Chantelle, we and roll out one. That's right, girl. That's right, girl. Catch him.
Please don't, you're
See?
making me laugh at the same time.
You see, Ron? Throwing up too high.
I'll get better.
Of course you are, right now.
I'm gonna make it. Okay, a few more seconds and I think I'm there. Well, hey, I've made it the proper way. Let's hope they taste good. They will.
I'll take it off. Turn off the fire.
Okay. Gosh. This bit.
That's well, you're getting there. It's easier not throwing up too high. You like it so much you can't stop.
Okay, I finished now. Oh, done! That was funny. Oh, that was
I'm
good.
glad you enjoy it.
I enjoyed it. Let's wait for them. They must be cool. Shall I taste one for the camera?
And it doesn't matter. Let's demonstrate it this way. This is the roti, and it has lots of folds into it.
Yeah, layers.
You see? Many, many layers on both sides. And then let's say Chantelle would like to taste it.
Here's a piece I broke off earlier. Good job.
Cameraman. Ask the cameraman to
Thank
taste
you.
it.
Cameraman?
Ah, just like our mummies make.
Let's pass me. In Chantelle roti, you don't want to eat it out. And so we just eat it, you know. Peel it off bit
Peel it
by
off.
bit.
Thank
too
you.
bad.
Thank you. Oh, thank